Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and I'm doing a townhouse carpet today, and I've done the master bedroom upstairs, and a little area rug, and of course I pre-vacuumed everything very thoroughly. It was actually needing a good vacuum. They have a dog here, and yeah, there was quite a bit of dust here and there. So good vacuuming, and down here, I have actually cleaned under the couch and put it back. And I did clean under this bed and put it back as well. I haven't gone in here at all. And I've done this area where the exercise equipment is. But anyway, overall this carpet, it's about 5 years old. So olefin berber. It's actually the same carpet I have in my house. Definitely not as in good shape, although mine's twice the age. There are quite a number of odd little stains on it. And over in the corner and over here, this is actually a diarrhea stain. And although it actually is looking a lot better now, it was really very pronounced before I treated it, and I used Vanish on this, which is the two-part product, peroxide product, and it didn't seem to do anything. I left it sitting for about half an hour or so, and then I came back and looked at it, and surprisingly, it didn't seem to affect it at all. Usually it would, at least you'd see some change almost immediately, but so I went and got my normal product that I use, which is called Proxy, and sprayed that on there, and that seemed to affect a change. Proxy is sitting right here. So that's there's not obviously, that's just not a two-part product. So anyway, I can't explain why that would be, because typically the two-part one is more powerful, but anyway, I'm a little off center here. Anyway, so let's see what I do here. Of course, I'm using a horsehair. Okay, it's still out of whack a little bit, but I haven't pre-sprayed anywhere. I've only pre-treated these spots, and I did spray a little bit with my trigger sprayer over in that by the entryway over there. Probably put down 2 or 3 ounces. I'm not, I know that there are some that will show videos of them spraying all over the place, lots of product, but you'll notice that I never do. I do have a sprayer, which I use for steps, but other than that, I virtually never pre-spray a carpet. I never need to. If the carpet is obviously soiled, which this one is, then the normal practice is just to apply the cleaning product that I'm cleaning with, which is Nanomax, 1 ounce per gallon. Scrub it in. That's kind of like applying my pre-spray with agitation. And then I go over it with the Iron Man afterwards, and wham bam, thank you ma'am. It works, and it works very well, very simple. I'm not having to come up with strange concoctions and combinations to get the cleaning power I need out of my product, because my cleaning product is a professional grade product that cleans well, without having to come up with a strange concoction every time. Now, there are times when I will boost it, although not very often, and I have either, I have Rocket, this is a Bonnet, the Nanomax is a Bonnet Pro product, and sometimes I'll either boost it with Rocket. I think it's called, I never remember the name. Rocket, Omega Rocket, I guess. And it has citrus and peroxide in it. And I'll put a few ounces of that in with the Nanomax. Or I might use Radical Rinse, which is a powder, and is a very good product as well. But I rarely find that I have to do that, but I do have that option if I need to, but that's it. I'm not coming up with all kinds of weird combinations of things. I've just never needed to do that because this just cleans so well. And the key to getting this to clean as well as it does is the agitation, and the superior agitation of the rotary machine just just makes short work of everything. I see a little spot right there. I think I see something. But the primary change on a carpet will occur with the fibre pad, and although you might say, well, that's going to take you more time than using a single step, like just going with an arm mat or pad, that is true, but because I'm normally able to move much faster using the fibre pad, and I'm not having to take the time to actually do that pre-spray step, I find that overall just doing it the way I'm doing it is almost faster. But even if it was a little slower overall, that doesn't matter, because it's not about trying to be faster, it's about trying to be better at what you do. And I'm capable of going out and doing 4 jobs a day, living room, dining room, hall, often a set of stairs. I can do 4 jobs a day. First job starts at 9. I'm usually heading out the door to go home by about 5 o'clock. That's fine. And I'm able to do that kind of volume all the time, consistently with this system. So obviously there's no problem as far as speed or even performance. So now I'm about to hit the diarrhea there, and I can see it has faded out quite a bit now, especially once I get the light on it. I can really see it. So let's see what happens. Now he's expecting it will not come out. I did say it was possible, because diarrhea can be very problematic because there's a lot of blood in it. That's why it's so dark. That brownish color is actually caused by the iron in the blood. So we'll see what happens here. And by the way, for those who say that rotaries are difficult to handle, and I've heard that said many times on various YouTube channels or whatever, how difficult it is to handle a rotary. Look at this, I'm holding with one hand. Look, one hand, 2 fingers. It's just a matter of learning how to balance it. And once you've got it understood, it's such an easy, simple machine to use, because there's no effort required to move it left or right and back and forth. I just take a step. There's no pushing and pulling with the arms, which is typical if you're using an OP. You're not saying that OP isn't a good machine. They're fine. But I tell you what, where an OP would really be a bit of a beast, especially if a wheels up OP, is this type of carpet, because of the loop pattern on the carpet, the OPs will tend to want to go one way and not the other, and you can really have a real struggle and physical stress on your body when using an OP on certain types of looped carpeting. And that's one of the reasons that I chose not to use the OP. I did a lot of experimenting with my OP machines. When I got them, I was sure I was going to switch over to OP. And then I can remember a few times where I'd go into a house and it was a berber carpet. There's even a heavier type of a berber than this that we run into from time to time. And I remember a couple times where I'd start using my OP machine. It was just like using a jackhammer. Of course, you put a glider underneath, but sometimes that even doesn't. Sometimes isn't even enough to alleviate that effect. And I remember that happening a few times, and I remember, starting to do the job, and it was just such a difficult job to do because of that effect. And I'd stop, and thankfully I carried the rotary in the van as well. I'd go take the OP out of the van, go grab my rotary, and no problem. And the other thing is that I find that if you're doing a berber type carpet, a loop carpet like this, if you use the fibre pad, they really clean these carpets very well. They just scrub that fiber so well, especially the horsehair, which is a real game changer. Now there's some stains here that I'm going over. I don't know if you notice that, but they are coming out without any effort, hardly. I did pre-treat them. Now I'm gonna just go over that area again. I can still see a couple of them there. This is around a $600 job. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's a pretty big area down here, actually. It took me about an hour to vacuum. I took my time because I realized that it really needed a good vacuuming. Whatever vacuum they have doesn't appear to be working all that great, so I used the Hush Tone. Okay, it looks like I got all those stains out. Didn't have to do anything too crazy to do that. Okay, now we'll head this away. And hopefully my camera doesn't suddenly shut off. I was recording the other day during my repair on the Aura. It just seized on me. This is an iPhone 6, and I don't want to upgrade it if I can avoid it. Okay, there was a mark right where my machine is, and that's gone. Yeah, somebody the other day was talking about rotary machines as opposed to OPs, and was saying how they're so difficult to use, and that is just such a bunch of crap. It really is. I mean, if you've never used one, you turn it on, yeah, you're gonna discover some interesting physics, but once you understand how this works, how the balance works, they are absolutely a dream. It's like power steering on your car. Difficult when the motor is not running to turn your wheel. Turn the motor on and it's a breeze. And that's exactly how these work. It's like power steering. And there's a sprout there, and there was one over here. Okay. And we had a series of spots over here. And they're all gone. And if you're considering getting into this type of cleaning and you're not sure which machine to get, then I would recommend that you check out this swirly that's sold by NCAP store. I think it's under $1,000. Comes with a tank, comes with big wheels, makes it easy to go up and down steps. I don't think it's all that heavy. I think it's around 80 pounds, which is perfect weight. And a high torque motor. And a lot of guys are discovering this machine, and a lot of good reviews on it already. It was sold before, I understand, and then is now being produced again recently. So it's an excellent machine. If you're looking for a nice, simple to use machine that's not too heavy and not too expensive, and it comes with a tank and a pad driver, and of course NCAP store sells pads for them. Okay, now I'm going to go back over here, and I want to take a look at what's going on over at this end of things. This is where the worst area was, so I'm adding a little bit more solution. But I'm wanting to be careful to not add too much. I can see the carpet turning a little bit white, that's all I want. Just enough. Okay, so I'm done with this. And you can see particularly around the perimeter of the fiber pad, there's quite a collection of fiber and soil and everything, and that's typically what you see. So it's picked up a lot, even though I did vacuum really well. And this pad, by the way, this is what I used under the couch and under the bed and over there. And look at that. That's a little bit shocking, actually. So I'm going to start with this pad, side B, over in this area. I'm not adding anything because I don't need to. My intention right now is to try to draw as much moisture up and out. And it looks, at the moment, it looks like that diarrhea stain may be completely gone. And I'm going to work my way out this way a little bit. Of course, that door goes right outside there, so I guess that's used quite a bit. Okay, that's actually not bad, but I'm going to switch to another one. Another dry one. take my time. So typically when I'm using the Iron Man after I've done a good pre-scrub, I don't have to, I can move pretty fast, as you can see. And of course I'm always scanning the carpet as I work my way forward, looking for spots that I may not have removed already. And I try to be very systematic in how I move across the carpet. As I mentioned over there, that's all done. There were some spots over just to my right here, which I'll be watching for as I get over there. I think they're out, but we'll certainly be watching for that. Okay, now let's go this way. One of the things about the olefin carpets is they do, it's made of oil, and it will absorb oil fairly well, so that's one of its, I guess its greatest weakness. So but usually you can deal with that pretty easily, and because it absorbs virtually no water, if you get it too wet, what will happen is the water that you apply to the carpet will tend to go right through the carpet very easily, and it'll wash the soil into the backing, and that's why the olefin carpets, particularly the looped carpets, tend to wick easily. And one of the reasons why they will wick easily is because it being a loop. Oh, I did it in already, I think, didn't I? I don't remember now. I thought maybe, oh, we'll do it anyway. Take a sec. There, done. One of the reasons why this style of carpet will tend to wick is because as the carpet dries, moisture will move up the yarn and into the air. And because there's a loop, that loop, you know, instead of going up the yarn and into the air, because it's looped, a lot of moisture tends to collect under the loop, and it holds the soil there and the moisture. And that's why, one of the reasons why they tend to wick more readily than a cut pile carpet would. And that's why you must be very careful. So you got two things to watch out for. One is they don't absorb water, so water goes right through them very easily. And two, they have a tendency to wick. So you want to be careful not to get them any wetter than you have to clean them. And that's one of the reasons why the VLM systems work so well on these olefin berber type carpets, because we don't have the issue of wicking and the rapid resoiling as a result. Assuming you do it right. And doing it right means trying to keep the moisture level at a minimum. So, and you certainly don't need to use extreme cleaning chemicals to clean these carpets, especially if you're using a rotary, because the agitation you can get with a fiber pad is just so incredible that it will just strip the soil off the carpet fiber so easily. It's almost like using a dirt eraser. I'm adding a little bit here because I can see that the carpet is actually a little drier here. Just a little bit. Just want to make sure that the Iron Man remains a little bit damp. That's all I'm after. Okay, this was where there was two spots. They look like they're gone. No problemo. Okay, we'll head over this way. Everything's looking good. I'm actually almost at the end of my wire here. Right about there. Okay, perfect. Okay, now let's go back to the beginning. Pretty soiled. Okay, so I'm going to go over these traffic areas one more time with side B. Just let the machine do its work. It does look like the diarrhea stain is completely gone. I can't see it. It's probably a bit damper right there because I did spray the peroxide in there, so that's definitely going to be a damper spot, but I don't see any coloration there, so that's the important part. So I'm just going to work my way back out down this high traffic area, and then I'll be done. Just have to do the steps next on the post grooming, which I will use the hush tone, and I will post vacuum this carpet. Okay, let's have a look. See what the B side of the Iron Man looks like. Oh, not bad. A little bit. That's not a lot, actually. Yeah, that side's a lot darker, so. But because I did get this wet, so wet over here, I'm just gonna go over there one more time because I can. You can really see this lifting the yarn. Yep. Actually, even when I was vacuuming, the hush tone was really pulling the loops up very well. Oh yes, see this? That's mostly just water. It's just turning dark from the moisture it's picking up. Okay, actually, yeah, we'll do it this way. Yeah, this is moist. This is water. Okay. Alrighty, so I'm going to do the steps next, post-groom, and then I'm done. So anyway, that's so the big nasty stain. I mean, I can see that it's a little darker in the camera, but I can't actually see it, except I can see it in the camera. I can't see it with my own eyes here. I think it's just because it's wetter. But anyway, the customer's going to be really happy with that. So I'll let you go and have a good day. And thank you for watching.